Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I'm having a hard time here. This is the third time I've hit record. And once I get, I think it's better because I was painting and talking and I looked up and my page was blown out. Now I know because the white around it, it's going to be a little weird till I get in there, but let me just tell you what I did real quick. I took black and I put it around. It's the black, where is it? It's called Metallic Sequin Black. And I put it around the background, leaving me, I knew that I'm doing a face because I want to do there's a doll that I want to do. And I want to draw it out so I, have a guideline. So I thought, well, why not make it into hashtag 31 Days of Creep. And then I drew the oval there for the face and then the neck. I painted it in with almond from Americana Multi-Surface Satin. And then I looked up and you couldn't see anything. It was completely white. So now I'm sitting in my room, my art room, with the window shades closed, the one light off, and just two lights off and one on. And I hope that this works out. So that's why it's kind of like this. So essentially what I'm doing is going in with the almond. And this is multi-surface satin, which means it's going to have a little bit of a sheen to it. So I want to put a couple coats because, and I'm adding down here, I don't know. See, what the heck is that doing? Why is it doing that? Oh my God, it's like a ghost in here. That is crazy. What the heck? Okay, I don't even know what's going on. It's like there's a ghost in here, and I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in no ghosts. All right, so let's see what happens. So I'm going in, and I'm going to put it up here a little bit because that's the forehead, in case the hair doesn't cover all of it for this purpose. All right. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit more over here. And I hope the more color I add that it comes to life. I might have to add the hair first because maybe cutting out this white will help. I don't know what the heck is going on today with my lights. It's how I always have it. And I have even turned more lights off. And I just cannot wait to move this room because it drives me freaking crazy. All right. So now let me get a piece of scrap paper and take the rest of this that plopped out and add it here just to kind of get some of this off. I hate wasting paint. And now that I'm all thrown off here, it's driving me nuts because I'm kind of off my game, as they say. All right, so a little bit more there will be fine. And then I can work on this later. Okay, so let's clean this off, get this on there, and rinse my brush off. See, now look at the light. I'm so confused. I don't know what the heck is happening. Okay, so I'm going to dry this real quick with my heat gun as I knock everything over. It's not turning out to be a very good day today, I say. Now I'm hoping using the multi-surface satin will help me blend a little bit more how I'm going to want to blend, which I'll show you once I get the eyes and everything in place. All right. Hopefully that's dry all the way. Really, my patience is about done today. All right, so let's see. What do I want to do now? I want to put in, I might as well do hair. So wonder if I don't want to do red. I don't want to do red hair. Don't want to do red hair. What color hair do I want to do? I don't want to do purple. Well, all right, now I'm at a loss. I'm all out of it now because of that stupid thing. I don't want to do blonde. I want to do like a Let's do this color. What color are you? You are brown sugar. Let's do like a brown and see how that works out for us. So I'm going to just kind of squeeze that there. I'm going to use the brush I just cleaned out. And I want to bring it down like this. See, where is that light coming from? I have no idea. I really don't. I'm really in a way today. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of bring this down with no real purpose to it, really. It's just to, I'll put highlights in it later, but I'm just trying to get some of this white away. And I will be putting hair on her, so why not just kind of do that now? Okay, I'll just throw that up there, pull it out. That's what she's on. All right. Okay. All right, so hair. So that's a little bit better. You can see it a little bit better. Don't exactly know what's going on in this room today. I was going to do a vlog today, but if this is how it's going to be, I don't feel like fighting with my cameras. All right, so now I'm going to rinse that off and dry that off for me to use again. Okay, so now I'm going to real quick dry this. And like I said, I'm going to be making a doll. And I'm deciding on whether to do it in fabric or in clay. But I have a certain way I want this to look, so we shall see. I really just want around the face dry. And again, the multi-surface takes an extra minute or so to dry. It's not a big deal, but if you're used to using, you know, something else, then a matte rather, or a regular craft paint. I just lost all train of thought. Then it dries a lot. You know, this dries a little bit, takes a little bit longer to dry. So now I want to take a permanent, and everything's sitting here. And then I just went nuts. And I'm one of them angry people that when things don't go my way, I'm like, get out of my way. And it could be inanimate objects. You know what word I'm trying to say there. Okay. Let's take, I want it to be black. Let's use some carbon. Let me use my carbon black. And let's lay in, well, maybe I should draw the eyes first. Let's do that, Cal, shall you? All right. Take my pencil. And I want the eyes to be, just going to mark them very lightly. Just so I can see them. I don't even know if you can see them. This might be the worst video ever. Because I'm going to go in and paint them with the paints. So let's see. And then the nose, I'm going to do here. This is really a terrible video. It's really making me angry. I don't exactly know what's going on because everything's the same as it always is. And it's really making me angry. It just won't focus with that light, but without the light, it's worse. All right, I'll be back in 1 second. Let me figure this out. All right, let's see if that works a little better. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm just going to go with it. And if it's a crappy video, I just won't put it up. I shut the blinds, although I don't know. All right, so I'm going to just go in and continue. I just don't understand. Let me see if my... That doesn't do anything. All right, anyway. I'm going to go in, do the nose, and do the nostrils. And you can also erase on this paint. It makes it easier because it has a little gloss in it, whereas the matte will suck it in. So just going to do a nose right there for now, just so I kind of know where it's at, and then a mouth right here, so I kind of know where it's at. very, very simple. And then I'm gonna do the neck. All right. And then I can always play with the hair more and bring it in more if I want. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to take the black and I'm going to go in with a thin brush. Okay. And line in where I want the scars to kind of be. And I'm doing it a little, you know, a little dark because I'm going to go over it with red. And when I'm a little thick, kind of in the middle, like they got wounds. Now it just looks like she has fungus growing. That's all right, I'll deal. And I'm using the chalk paint, but use your matte paint or whatever you have. I'm using that on top of here because I know that I want to put red on top of it. So kind of why I'm doing it. And then I want to go into the lips here. And make it a little, because I'll drip a little bit. I'll drip a little bit from here once I get that going. And then lightly put this in. Put one there, and that will be for that right this second, and maybe another one down here. I'll make it thick so I can put the red over it. Kind of do that and drag these out a little bit more thin. And I can play with that later. All right. So then, see, I don't even have my, let's see. I don't know what the heck's going on. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I want a light brown, which I'll use the same color I used for the hair because I'm going to go in and do the hair a little bit more. But this is just going to be to draw the eyes right now because I'm going to line them a bit and make them. So I just kind of want to kind of draw the eyes with the paintbrush. And they don't have to be spun on because I'm going to make them creepy, and it doesn't have to be. That's one thing about doing these kind of things. You don't have to be spot on because, well, that's not, it's just creepy. But you can see I just put the eyes in like that. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Like that. And then just cut this off right here a little bit. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water and pull that up where I kind of went in a bit. There we go. And just manipulate it a minute to kind of get that extra water out that I put in there. And then once that dries, I will use white in there. And then the eyebrows, I'll wait till last. But for the nose, I'm going to use the same color for now. Except I'm going to go in and I'm going to erase the pencil on most of the lips and the nose. And then go in and kind of redraw it. Like this. Now let me tell you, I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. Why I'm having such a hard time, but yet I still come on and I'm still going to go through it, even though you can plainly see in the beginning of the video that you know, my thing wasn't working, things were crazy. And the reason I didn't just give up and I came back on even, and I let a lot of it in the beginning of the video to tell you guys what was happening, is because a lot of you write me and you guys wanted to start doing videos, but you're scared and you're nervous, and I totally get that. And you don't want to be on camera. And I want to show, you know, one of the reasons I do my videos is to show that, I mean, obviously I'm not a put together person and I'm not professional in the sense of what people think professional is. This is just me. This is just me doing my thing. And you know, I always tell you guys, just be you. You cannot worry about what this one's doing, what that one's doing, you know, or you're not going to be the same as somebody else. You got to be you. And if you're authentic and you just be yourself, you know what I mean? And do what you want to do on here, you'll be fine. Don't get caught up that you have to have editing and you have to do all this stuff, especially when you're first starting out. I know this is hard to believe, she says with laughter in her voice, but I don't edit. The only thing I do is I will, like, I'll do this, and if I want it to dry, I'll stop the recording and then put it back up, and then I'll throw it on Movie Maker. I can show you how to do that very, very easily. You know, I try to sit and learn a few new things as I go, but, you know, I do this because I want to do it, and a lot of people apparently like watching me and learn from me and do it, you know, and that's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to feel comfortable to do a video, you know, to video what they're doing, because it's, you know, it's just a nice community on here. And I don't know, you know, I just think that everybody learns from everybody and different things, and nothing has to be, I just think we put pressure on ourselves that just doesn't need to be, I guess, is kind of what I'm saying. You know, I don't like to, you guys can sometimes be really hard on yourselves. And especially starting out, who cares? Just do you and do, you know, what you want to do on here and show. Some of you are so talented. I'm just putting white in here right now. And I'm not worrying about staying completely in the line. I'm just kind of, and I'm using the, let me tell you what I'm using in 1 second here. I'll probably do coats of this. This is the Deco Art Traditions paint in titanium white. I love these as well. These dry matte. This is from Americana, but these dry multi-surface satin. These dry satin. This dries flat. So let me just do this real quick and then I'll continue discussing. Not that anybody wants to hear me preach. Okay, I'm going to put one more coat in them eyes just to get them white. You use whatever you have. If you're wanting to do something like this, don't worry about, you know, what you have. Just use the same brand, the same whatever. You guys can go to the craft stores very easily and very inexpensively and get store brand, and like I always say, Roy G. Biv black white, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then black and white, and you can get a great set of colors from those, mixing all those together in different shades, and it's pretty good. So I'm going to take what's left on this paint of the white of this on this brush, and I'm just going to dab it in these black scars I made so far. And I'll stick pretty much where the thicker is. I can't talk at the same time, so 1 second. I hate to disappoint you guys thinking that the that I can talk and paint at the same time, but I can't. All right, and I'm going to leave that dry for a second. Now, like I was saying, don't, you know, I just think this is good for everybody, you know, to go and try to do a video and do what you, let me move this now, and go and show what you can do. Nobody, you know, if you go back and watch my old videos and you think I'm bad now, ooh, you should have seen me. So it's all about just doing it, you know, doing it and having a good time and not getting so hung up on perfection, because I don't believe in perfection. I really don't. And I don't want perfection because it's just not the way I live my life. All right, now I'm going to try water-soluble wax pastels or water-soluble crayons or whatever you want to use. You can also use, I was going to use my chalks, but I don't know. So I'm going to see if this works. I don't know because I'm going to use more paint as well, but I'm going to work on the eyes right now. And for the eyes, I want to outline them in black. So I'll do that. See, I should do that now because the if I use wax pastels, they're not gonna. I'm just gonna go around the white parts like that, just so they pop for a second. Now, if you go to use, if you don't have the wax pastels or any kind of thing like that, which you might not, it's no big deal. Just use, you can use paint or whatever. Maybe I'll do one eye with paint because I know that you guys write me and don't, if I use something that you guys might not have. All right, well, let me do this one eye first. So first I want to take some pink. And I kind of want to go under the eye here. Let's see if this works. Because I want to layer. And I want to smudge. And if that black isn't, whether you use paint or pen, whatever you have, it's okay if it smudges in there. That's the whole point. And I'm going to go on top. See, it's not going on that very good. So I don't know. But I like the look of it. So for this eye, I'm going to keep it like this. I want it to look like it looks. And then I'm going to do on, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to outline that later. All right, well, I'm just going to finish this here and then lay another color. Do some purple. Because I want it to be a little, oh, you know where I wanted to go? I wanted to go down the nose just a little bit. And then blend it in. You can see it's not the best, but it's all right. And then add just a little bit of the, it'll look a little bit like bruising. It's like abandon, what's that say? Abandon all hope. Because once you start going in, you just got to go with it and play with it. You got to quit judging and just do it. Will it come out perfect? Or, you know, but it'll come out looking like something. I mean, look at that eye already. Looks like she's all bruised. We'll see if we can do that with paint on the other side, I'm sure. Or colored pencil even. Colored pencil would be good. All right, so I'm kind of adding some bruises on her face a little bit. And I'm going to add, oh, wrong eye, Cal. See, that's what happened. I'm going to add, this is what my eyes look like anymore with bags. See how it just adds a little bit of, and if you don't want to use your finger, I mean, I shouldn't be using my fingers, it hurts really bad, but I'm doing it anyway. Use a Q-tip, use a, you know, whatever you have. I'm going to add a little of that pink on here now. Yeah, looks like she's bruised pretty darn good. And, wonder if I should do a cut underneath here. All right, well, anyway, for now, we'll just leave that like that. Now let's work on the other eye, just so I can see, you know, with paint. So we need pink and we need purple. I got the purple. I think I want matte, though. I'm going to use matte. Let me see. I'm going to use the chalk. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Here's pink, but see, it's not dark pink. That might be a problemo. But I might be able to use, wait, let's see, what color are you, buddy? Relic. That might be a good bruise color. When did you ever think you were looking at paint as a, for bruise coloring, huh? Rouge. That's not what I'm looking for, but yeah, see, I don't have bright enough colors. So we're going to work with those. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, it's rouge. I got 2 rouges. I don't know how the heck I got 2 rouges. Alright, so let's do those colors. Because essentially we're just trying to make it look odd. Right? And then I'll just pull out rustic just to see. Because maybe I'll use that for... Now, if you have markers or you have your Crayola markers or whatever, use them. Okay, so let's start with... I don't have any pink here. All right, we're just going to go for it. All right, let's start with purple because that's what we're going to start with. Shake it up. Shake it up. All right. I know there's a song in there right now, but I just can't go there right this second. All right, so you can see we got some purple. I got to shake it a little bit more. These chalk paints are delicious, but you got to shake them. And you want a matte, you know, you don't want necessarily glossy to do this because you want it to really like get smashed in there. But, okay, we'll just work with this. And I'm going to take a small brush. I'm going to dry it off. I don't want any water on it. And I'm going to dip it in there. And I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to smudge. And I'm going to smudge it around. And see how it's starting to get a little bit of that bruised? And I hope I put this video up. I don't even know because I'm so disappointed in the lighting. I don't know what the heck's going on. I cannot wait to go downstairs. All right. So you can see we're just kind of layering. A little bit at a time, and then take your finger and do like that. Okay. And it doesn't have to look exactly like the other side. It just has to look a little, you know. So you can see that's just purple paint. It's a pretty pastel-y purple paint, but it's all right. Because now we're going to layer a little dark in there. So I'm going to rinse off my brush, going to dry it again. And then I'm going to take a, you know what? I'm going to take a darker purple. Let me see. I have to have, all right, I'll do a little blue. Let's do a little blue. It's going to be a little different, but blue's just as good. This is ultramarine blue, but use whatever blue you have. It's the fluid acrylic, but again, use whatever you have. And you just want a little dab will do you on there, see? I'm going to lightly lay it like that. And then I'm just going to kind of go in and manipulate it with my finger. And kind of move it down a little bit to kind of spread it out a little bit. Because that's what would happen. All right, see? Getting the same effect and it's paint, so it's all right. I'll put a little bit here. Kind of blow it both ways there. And a little bit there. Now if I go to put it over here, let's see if I lay it here. It's not going to blend real good because of the wax. But that's all right. But you can definitely see how those colors just kind of go together. So you can definitely do it with regular paint. Just right there, a little bit of, okay. So not too bad. She doesn't have to have exactly the same bruising, but maybe we'll put a little bit up here. Just kind of wipe our brush off up here. And kind of blend it a little bit. All right, that's not bad. We're gonna have to add bruising somewhere else. So, well, we want to do down here a little bit. Just like that. So it's like under the skin, but you still kind of see it. All right. I need something over here though. It's driving me nuts. But maybe once I do those scars, then we'll do it. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to take some red paint. Okay. And I'm just going to start on the scars that I already have. And just a little bit. And I'm going to go in where I put that white. And it's okay if it's gloppy. The white is just going to act like a gesso. So when I lay it down, you can really see the red. And we can make it run later. Right now, I just kind of want to place it in so it looks like open gashes. Because who doesn't like a good open gash? Okay, see how we're doing? It's just kind of, I hope you can see. I'm so upset over this lighting. But what you gonna do? I could go, today's one of those days I can go crawl back in bed and not come out for a week. It's just been one thing after another. I don't think it would be good for me to go lay in bed though all day. All right, so you can see I'm just laying the blood in so it looks like it's, you know. And you can make it, you know, you could pat it down a little bit and make it look thicker or whatever you want. But I'm happy with that. I'm going to make it run, but I want that to kind of dry first. So, but I'm still thinking over here, I want to do a little bit more. I don't know, but I'm going to lay this way because I love this. It's like really, blowing out in the middle where the red is puddling. And I really like the way this looks. So I'm going to like, just kind of, I'll just have to go over it with black, but I'm just going to do like a little, like under the cheekbone, like a little cut. I think that adds a little bit more. And I think down here, I'm just going to kind of do it like that. And then I can go over it with some black. And then I'm going to tap in the lips where I got that white. I just like gory. I don't know why. I like gory. I like to do gory portrait kind of things and make dolls gory. I'm like, the more blood, the better. Why am I sound like I'm asking a question when I'm talking? I don't know. I think I'm gonna just kind of go in and do like this. We'll see. I'll probably regret that, but okay. Just a little blood there, because why not? All right, now do I want to put blood coming from her eyes? I just want one eye, like a tear. Just like that. Okay, now I want to go in, and I really want to get those eyes a little darker, the eyeballs, so the white is kind of looking like it pops out. All right, what am I going to use? What am I going to use? All right, let's try this marker. It's a Prismacolor Premier. I'm going to use the skinny part of it. And it's not going to do crap. I know it's half gone. I mean, like there's not a lot of ink left in here. Yeah, it's not even doing it. So that ain't gonna do it for me. All right. Next. What else do I have? What else do I have? I don't want to use my, let's use this. I don't want to use my, what's it called? A Stabilo. Might have to because that writes on everything and I'm having a problem here with the wax side. The wax side is whack. Let's see here. I can always go in with paint if I have to. All right, that side's good. Yeah. Just kind of pat it down a little bit. All right, let me see. Right here. I'm going to kind of go in here. Kind of do that. I want that black and red to kind of mix so it gives it a little bit of dimension. But you can do this with your paint too. And these are pretty much good. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I might have to use a different one there because that wax under there and it's really getting on my nerves. What about my Sharpie? Will you work, my friend? Yeah. Good old Sharpie. Well, it was until I called it a good friend and then it said, I'm not your friend. All right. Okay. That's good. That's good. Now I want a little darker under the eyes of a dark color. I'm wondering, I mean, maybe I can just take some black. Or gray would be good too, but I'm just going to do a little bit of black. Like a sweep here. Just to add some more of the bruising looking. Which you can use a crayon. I mean, you can use whatever you want. You're just, it's wax, so you're just kind of blending it in. And that multi-surface face color that I put down from Americana is good because, like I said, it has a little bit of a gloss in it because it's satin. So you haven't, you know, you can definitely work on it a lot better because when you have matte and you put stuff like this down, it'll kind of sink in, kind of. I go here a little bit because now it's just really going around and adding a little bit more bruising and all. This. Now for the eyes, I want it very, like inside. I don't necessarily want them white. I do have to do eyebrows though, I just noticed. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a little black here. Just very little, like that. And just kind of give them a little bit of color. Yeah, just so they're not so. And then I'm going to go in and like her cheekbones would be here, approximately. I'll do that. I'll do that. Just kind of laying in some shadow because she's going to be dirty because, well, she's a dirty girl. I just don't want all that face to be. And again, use whatever you have, marker, crayon, paint, whatever. And then I want to go in with my, let's see if Sharpie will work. And this is just a very generic nose I'm doing. I'm not even worrying about, you know, it's just, I'm not worried about the nose so much because, you know, I'm going to make a doll out of it. So it's not like I'm making this as art, so to say. Okay. I darkened it a little bit. Now these eyes. I want to do, I don't want them to be so white, so I'm going to do a little bit of yellow in them. I don't want them glowing, but I don't want them white. So I'm just going to kind of go in. They're a little dirty. Like that, but I want them to have a little bit of red around them. So I'm going to grab red, and I'm just going to kind of add some of this in. I'm not going to smush that too much because I want it to kind of just look like that. So I'm just going around as if the pupil's in there right now. See how that looks? I'll bring it up, the camera up in a minute. But I want to add a little bit of blue, light blue for her eyes. Like real light blue. And I'm using these right now because they're sitting here, but you know, use whatever. And I'm just going to kind of go and act as if it's a pupil, almost. I'm not worrying about it, how circle it is, or, I mean, how round it is or whatever. But you can see it gives like a, and you can do gray. You could do whatever, orange, you could do red, you could do whatever you want. And I'm just going to kind of push it around with my finger for a minute just to smooth it out. I use my hands all the time for stuff. It's my best thing. All right, so you can see I got that. The eyes, see how they do, and they look a little bit. And then the hair, because the hair is driving me nuts right now, and I'm not really too worried about the hair, but I'm going to take my big brush again. I'm going to take some more of the brown, and I'm going to just kind of bring it down a little bit more over the shoulders, because yeah, this is like the worst brush in the freaking world. All right. Let's change brushes, shall we? All right. So I kind of want another layer on here. Just to bring this in a little bit more on the face. Yeah. That's it, just so she has her hair there. And then I think I'm going to take a small paintbrush, dry it off, and a little bit of that paint. And eyebrow right here. Just very lightly. I'm not worried about it. And then, oh, that wasn't light. What the frick was that? All right, 1 second. A little bit more. All right, we're just not going to do this eyebrow. It's just not working for me. It's just, oh my God. Y'all ever have one of them days? Dang, this is 36 minutes you're not getting back. You could have watched a good show. All right, but you see what I'm saying. You see it there. I'm going to go in a little bit more with the lips here with this color, because they're a little too, I don't want them to be this color, but I want them to be a little more pasty looking. Is that the word? I don't know what I'm saying. Really? Do I even know the word I'm saying? No, I don't. And then I want to add a very light, like 3 dots of the eyes. All right. I think this hell is over. Now, of course, like I said, I mean, this is 30 minutes that's just driving me nuts. But you can see her face, and that's kind of what I want to do. Like I said, I've had a really rough morning. Oh my God, it's not even funny. But I've had a rough morning. But anyway, I love the way it looks. I love the scars and the cuts. Like, I could really spend another hour on her and just play around and all. But for now, that's it. That's kind of what I'm going for. I want to make, so I got to decide what kind of material I'm going to use the doll, and I'll show you when I'm done. But yeah, that's kind of what this is for today for the hashtag 31 days of creep. It's just, you know, I know a lot of you, and I know you guys are going to comment and say it doesn't matter, you know, do what you want to do. It's your channel, and I totally dig it. But I know a lot of you write me and you don't like these. You don't like me doing creepy stuff, so I kind of limit. I mean, I choose it. I nobody makes me do it, but I choose to kind of limit exactly what I put on here, because I know a lot of you don't like it, and a lot of you just like to. So I try to keep it calm, I guess is the word I want to say. So I don't, you know, offend. I know some people don't like this stuff, and y'all feel that it's, you know, in bad taste and all that kind of stuff. But let's be honest. Am I really in good taste? I'm just saying. But if you're watching me, I have to question your taste. I'm just saying. No. So I try to keep it very, you know, like, not family friendly, but like, you know, I mean, this is like a mask you can find in the store. You know what I'm saying? If you take your kids to the Halloween store, because I know a lot of you watch me with your kids. Again, you know, I know you know, I know a lot of you are teaching your kids and want me to do the watercolor so we can all do it together. And I'm so thrilled with that. And I know that's what you guys look forward to on my channel. So, you know, so there you go. That's kind of what I wanted to say. But I'm still going to do some creepy stuff. But it's just not as, you guys are really doing some really good creepy stuff. And I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So I'm happy with what I do. I love doing what you guys ask and request. And, you know, so kind of goes majority rules sometimes, and that's kind of what it is. So that's all I'm going to do with her today. That's all the mumbling I'm going to do today. And hopefully I can come back, and because I have a couple of things I want to do today, but my lighting is not working. I love you guys so freaking much. I just love you guys. And I just hope you all have a fantastic day. And as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I just love you guys. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.